6 South Indian states. And this is the title of my presentation, Transition from being a teacher to becoming a teacher trainer, that is a master trainer. So before I begin, how many of you are teachers? I'm sure everybody is. How many of you are trainers? Trainers, excellent. So would you like to say something about your journey from being a teacher to becoming a trainer? What was the experience like? Sure. What was the experience like?
Initially, it was difficult, but when we get into the system, especially the training part, there are a lot of challenges because teachers' needs are different, and when we provide trainings, teachers from different regions, especially then a lot of challenges are there. So even we have to learn and think a lot.
Excellent, excellent, very good. Yes.
When I was a teacher, I was looking after for my own learner. When I become trainer, I was thinking about how the teacher will think regarding their learner. So thinking 2 steps ahead than the teacher.
So do teachers learn in the same way like students, or do they learn differently? They're learning differently.
That's why I just wanted to discuss on this point that initially when I became a trainer, I was thinking like a teacher. I mean, what I do, I was trying to tell people. But gradually I realized that I was training with people who are adult, who might be even more experienced than me, and they might have something that I can make use of in trying to tell them something, convey my message. So that is the first learning, you can say, while I was studying, changing from a teacher to a
Okay,
trainer.
wonderful, wonderful. Anyone else? Yeah.
Just wanted to extend what Sir said and Kohiri said. When I started becoming a trainer, I believe that it boosted my learning. I started learning more from the teachers.
Right. Excellent. All right. So this is the context, in fact. The government of Karnataka introduced English medium in 1,000 schools from grade 1. This was in addition to the existing Kannada medium schools. They opened a new section called English medium section in the year 2019-20. So we have to train teachers, and this is called an induction training program. MTIP, MEM is English medium teachers induction program. So that was done in the first year for 15 days. The teachers were new, so we had to conduct a long-term training program for about 15 days. And this was done in the cascade mode. So the initial training was done at the state level. We trained master trainers. 171 master trainers, we call them master resource persons, MRPs. They were trained at the state level. And then MT2, the next year, 2020-21, it was done online because of COVID. It was a 6-day program, and nearly 338 trainers, or basically primary school teachers, right? So these teachers attended MT1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. MT5 was done very recently, July and August, for about 162 teachers primarily, but who played the role of master trainers at the district level. And these master trainers, hereafter I will refer to them as MRPs. So these MRPs had to train teachers at the district level. So the first year, they had to train around 1,654 teachers. We had 5 teachers and 5 MRPs from each district. So in each district, they had to train around 50 to 60 teachers. So MT1, 1,654. MT2, when the students moved to second standard, they had to train 960 teachers. When the students moved to third standard, they had to train 981. 980, and last year it was 980 teachers at the district level. And the fact is very interesting in the sense, so they also had to train, for example, when they did MT5 this year, they also had to train teachers to teach in class 4, new group of teachers who had to teach English in English medium in class 4. And they also had to train teachers who would be handling grade 3, grade 2, grade 1. So it's a long journey actually. I mean, for trainers, in fact, it's a very long journey from 2019-20 to 2023-24. They are in the field as trainers for about 5 years. So I'm just looking at their experiences. How did they grow from being teachers to becoming trainers? So these are the objectives of the induction training program for teachers. Mainly to enhance their English language competence, to handle English medium sections, and then to develop appropriate pedagogical skills, to teach languages, so not just English, right? There is Kannada as well, which is the mother tongue. To teach languages and content subjects in English as a medium of instruction. So that was the main challenge. So we had to develop teachers' language proficiency and also orient them on the pedagogical skills. And then create ample opportunities for building the foundational skills of listening, speaking, also reading and writing. But class 1 basically listening and speaking, we emphasized more on oral skills. And then facilitating the gradual transition from the home language to the target language, which is English, using multiple activities, games, and other resources as indicated in the module that we have prepared at the state level. And then the other objectives are to provide opportunities for communication and thinking as a part of classroom processes and achieving gradual shift from teacher talk to student talk in the classroom. And then to explore the rich experiences of the English language from the world around us by encouraging teachers to use poems, stories, songs, advertisements, etc. in English. And encouraging them to view language learning as a meaning-making process, thereby emphasizing the interaction in the classroom rather than emphasizing on a mechanical process. Right. So, in the first year, we selected some 10 to 11 different themes for the 15-day training program. One of the themes was context and vision of English medium sections in governments. What is the context? What is our vision? Why did the government introduce English medium sections? And then second theme was understanding young learners, their learning styles and strategies. Have a look. Third one is this, learning outcomes in the system. For the first time we started talking about learning outcomes and how to align learning outcomes with assessment. And then building a language-rich environment. Language across curriculum was also a major topic we discussed, called how to teach English through content subjects, maths and environmental science, grade 1 onwards, all right? And then multilingual approach, code switching and code mixing, that was also discussed. And then of course activities on listening, speaking, picture reading, stories, sound relationships, and reading and writing for young learners. So this is the master trainers training at the state level. And then just a sample from class 4 children out of English. This is what they are able to write actually on a surprise visit to the school. They are in class 5 now, but this is from class 4. My name is Advik. What do you think about this? Students writing? Is it okay? Class 4? Fine? Yes, sir. Good actually. Very good. Any major mistakes? Good. It's good actually, yeah. Any mistakes?
There are,
There are, but I think it's more, yeah.
basically the message is clear.
That's it. That's it. My favorite fruit, my favorite flower, my favorite animal. They're able to construct sentences, use appropriate words, and class 5 will really see much improvement. And this was a module developed at the state level. And then for MTech 5, that is this year, when children move to class 5, this were the themes for the teacher training program. In addition to some of those themes, so those themes we got repeated in year 2, 3, 4. We also introduced a few new topics. In grade 5, we focused more on the core subjects, in the sense environmental science, higher level concepts, and then also Kannada language proficiency and mathematics. We had to, it was a 6-day program. 1 day was exclusively on teaching mathematics, 1 day was on Kannada, and 1 day was on environmental science. And Okay. How much time do we have? Okay, right. So I had around 91 MRPs who responded to the survey, and then I also conducted group discussion of FGDs and interviews. And I've used Cambridge English framework for my study. Yeah, this is what the Cambridge English framework looks like. We look at 5 different domains: understanding of individuals and situations, knowledge, and we can look at this later. Right. So these were the questions I asked to elicit their experiences. So what do you feel about your journey from being a teacher to becoming a master trainer? What experience, knowledge and skills did you gain in the process as a teacher and as a trainer? And this is what they said. It was a transformative journey from being teachers to becoming master trainers. Roles shifted from classroom teaching to leading district level training sessions. This transition brought about increased responsibilities, a deeper understanding of teaching methodologies, and enhanced communication skills. And then I gave them a few statements. They have to say to what extent they have developed these skills. For example, I can understand the needs of, and sir talked about needs, teachers' needs. Sometimes we are not sure about what they need. So I can understand the needs of those teachers, conduct needs analysis, identify training strengths and weaknesses, and plan and conduct sessions accordingly. And then a few other statements, like I encourage teachers to engage in various professional development activities. I can plan and conduct sessions according to the content, materials, modules provided to me. Yeah, you can have a look. I can offer clear, constructive, and sensitive feedback. I regularly question and reflect on my own and others' attitudes. Right. So these were the 3 skills they said they have developed to a great extent. For example, I can create a positive learning environment throughout the training program, monitor tasks, and keep teachers on task throughout the training. So 65.5 teachers said yes, we have developed this skill to a very great extent. And then the other one is I effectively use the support of other MRPs and also the resources available for my own professional development. And I can plan and conduct sessions according to the content given that they are very good at. Give them the module content, they'll do their best. But when it comes to other areas, like for example, giving feedback and then contributing to teachers' professional development, conducting needs analysis, these are some gray areas. Right? So these are some quotes from the trainers. I've grown as a person. I always try to be a continuous learner because I want to take care that I will give my trainees the best. Right? My efficiency in my classroom has increased. And then as a master trainer, I gained abundance of knowledge. I'm just quoting as it is. I became a group orator. My journey from teacher to MRP was wonderful. I gained rich experience, exposure, the skills and techniques of conducting a training program. My journey from teacher to master trainer has made me understand different aspects of the It's a fruitful experience. It's mostly positive. They're all very happy taking the role of a master trainer at the district level. My skills have improved to a great extent. I feel happy as a successful teacher and trainer. And I've learned how to talk, communicate open-mindedly with others. Initially, I had a lot of fear, but steadily and slowly I eradicated my fear working as an MRP. When I started acting as an MRP, I started feeling responsible. I learned the subject in depth. Right? Yeah. So I asked them to give specific examples. These are some examples they gave. The only thing is the gray areas, as I said. For example, these are the areas we need to focus on. Further, going on, for example, doing teacher training program for the next level, understanding the needs of teachers, conducting needs analysis, addressing individual differences, and inclusive practices, and then principles and theories of teaching English. They're not sure about this, right? So they need some more support. And encouraging teachers' professional development, how to mentor teachers, providing on-site support. This also seems to be a great area. Yeah, right. So with that, these are some recommendations. I think maker, he's a trainer, he can look at these areas. That's it. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
So, if you have any questions, we will take like we can take one question, not more than that. Just
Yeah, sure.
Just asking, because when this was school teachers, right? We've also seen that when, so I'm assuming that when they're a master trainer, they come from some experience. As trainers of these master trainers, what kind of sort of unlearnings that they have to go through? Because what happens is when we work in a particular area for a very long time, we believe we know it all. And we can teach it without training, right? So even for the master trainers, what were the major unlearnings that they had to go through? Or how did they, come up or accommodate ideas that sometimes what they know may not be the best way to do things, and they need to unlearn that to be able to teach. So
Excellent.
what were the unlearnings?
Excellent. I think most of these teachers are used to teaching English at the lower primary classes, where we introduce phonic approach, for example, sound letter, combination of that. So they are pretty good at it. But when it comes to this English medium sections, we are not following phonic approach. It's NCRT, Marigold textbooks, the approach curriculum is complete. So they have to unlearn. It's not beginning with sounds, it's a whole language approach in NCRT. So that was a new learning for them. So phonetics is not so important. Grammar is not very important at the primary level. Communication, developing teachers' confidence, fluency, those are they had to learn these things actually.
Just one last and quick question. One thing that you had mentioned is they also give sensitive feedback. I just want to understand what sensitive feedback, how would you...
Because Madam said they're all adults, right? So teachers who come with a lot of
Sensitive
experience to their, yeah, being sensitive to teachers.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.